it's, your brain goes like crazy sometimes. What can I share? What can I let people know to change or to do while they still have the opportunity? And one of the big things you realize is that we all assume we have time. It's different when you know someone's going to pass away. Like with my dad, he had cancer. We knew that was coming. And it's different if you lose someone to suicide, like in our case with Athenie, or a car accident or something sudden, and you don't actually get a chance to say goodbye. And what goes on up here immediately after that is like, apart from all these other things, the big one is this. I wish I had done this. I wish I had done that. Oh my God, I'll never get around to it. And that one, it's hard to live with that. I'll give you an example. When my dad died, because we knew he was dying, I said to him once, I don't want to turn up to your funeral and say, I wish I had said this and I wish I had said that. So I made a conscious effort to take him out. We went for dinner. He was quite ill at the time, late stages of cancer. And I took him to, as you all know, my favorite coffee shop here in Melbourne. We went to Vanilla. And it was just a coffee. And I just wanted to say to him, this is who I am. This is who you are. Let's talk about everything. And I had no big issues with my dad. We never did. And they were so lovely, and I got to thank them. They said, why are you having dinner? They've known us for ages. They said, go upstairs, have an amazing dinner. It was on them, which I really appreciate. And that dinner lasted 2 hours and 45 minutes. For those of you that know my dad, he shared amazing stories. He ate, even though he didn't feel like it. And I said to him, I don't want to have any stones unturned. Tell me everything. Who were you from day one? Who were you before you had me? Did you want to have kids? Were you happy? We talked about careers and family choices and choices as human beings. We spoke about sex, money, everything. What he gave to me as a person, not just being born, the qualities that I loved about him, moments that we shared that I said, oh my God, when you're gone, I'll always think of this moment. I'll always think of that moment. Sense of humor. It was absolutely spectacular. I remember I wanted to make a short film about it. I might get around to it. I might not. But it was just a beautiful dinner. And when I finished, I said to him, if you die tomorrow, I'm okay with it. We've spoken about everything. And he felt the same way. When Athenie died, that was very different, obviously. And I remember one thing, and it stayed with me. She never got to see our wedding video. She was in our wedding video. She was around 1 or 2 or somewhere there, probably around 2 when we were married. And Athenie had this thing that she always wanted me to pick her up. She would walk around the house going, Dada, 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 and I'd pick her up. Dada, Dada. I remember I was in the bathroom once, and she came up to me and said, Dada, 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 and I picked her up in the bathroom. In our wedding, we're standing there, and you hear, da-da, 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 and you see this little kid come up standing next to me. This is me, and she's standing right next to me. And I remember I just kind of gave a little flick with my finger. It was a gentle, like, get out of here, kid, I'm getting married. And what you see on video is this. You see da-da-da-da-da-da, she's next to me, and all of a sudden, this little kid goes flying across the screen. Like, I guess the little tap on the head was a bit stronger than I anticipated. So you see this kid go way out there. And I remember seeing in the corner of my eyes, and she kind of shook herself, like, what happened? And you hear da-da-da-da-da-da. Few seconds of silence. And then, sure enough, da-da-da-da-da-da again. And she comes crawling up, and I ended up picking her up. And I thought, what a moment. It's one of these, America's home funny videos, whatever. I always spoke to her about that moment. We never got to see it. And when she died, I thought, I almost don't want to see it now. It's too painful, but I want to see it. At the same time, I thought, I never got to see it. Me and my oldest, Nick, we've made a commitment. We went to Mont Saint-Michel many, many years ago, and we promised one day in our life we're going to go together to this trip. Father and son again, all right? So it's there. That's a long-term goal, and that requires time and money and all this stuff. There's also short little things that you can do, things that you've always wanted to share with your kids or immediate family, stupid games, stories. Get your old family albums out. Open them. Tell all your kids, this is who I was as a kid. Who's the person behind you? What was going on in your mind at the time? These are gems that are locked away in a photo album, in a bookcase somewhere, and we don't take them out. We easily sit there watching Netflix for 2 hours. I can still watch Netflix and she's not here. I can't share my stories with her. That's really, really hard to swallow. So whatever you've got scheduled in the background, whatever you keep saying to yourself, one day we'll get around to this, one day we'll get around to this, make it happen. Because I don't want you ever to come over where I am, where there is no one day anymore. It's a hard one to learn. It takes effort, it takes time, and you got to do it. There's no choice with this. Please understand that. There are things you can do after you lose someone, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can't do, and those need to be addressed. Make sure you get around to it. It's very important. Very important. We'll talk again soon. Bye.